So, hi everyone. What a way to start this by saying, by just breathing out. But really, I was speaking the whole day in front of the sun. I didn't notice, and that's why I have my lips and my face like red um and I am really headache. So that's why I decided to be alone today, to be quiet. Um, Not much movement because I needed to rest a little bit. So yeah. So besides this situation, like I find myself today, I couldn't miss our daily meeting. So here I am. So I will try to be even much more to the point today. I guess that in the post for today, I explained most of the things that I would explain today. So I would recommend for you to read the post and to, if you want to know better what I am not going to be able to explain as deep as I explained today. So first of all, before we start, happy Equinox for all of you. Happy Equinox for the people that is in the Northern Hemisphere. Happy Spring Equinox. And for the people that is in the Southern Hemisphere, happy Autumn Equinox. So in this path of consciousness, remember that it's going to be much more important to be aligned with the planet celebrating the equinoxes and the solstice than the new year. So it's good to know them, to know the equinox and solstice. So I wanted to start by saying this about the topic for today, which is spirituality. That we are in the group, we are in the path of spirituality. And there are many preconcepts about what is spirituality. Usually what happens with the people that live the spirituality from within, like we are spirituality, we are living the spirituality, what we usually do is that we found the freedom, that we don't feel to belong to any dogma or anything, but we inherit the conditions of the cultures, the moral and the traditions of the all religions, and we kind of use this concept use these concepts to build this new spirituality. So basically what we do today is that the spirituality is something created towards the freedom, but still with some tools from traditions, cultures, and religions from before. So one of the things that happen in the preconceived ideas of spirituality is that the people that look into the spiritual people from the outside, they see that they are not inside the law of what is normal, according to the culture, because we naturalize the idea of a religion in the culture, but we cannot still naturalize the idea of people that live still the spirituality, but from the outside of the religion. So not only this concept of spirituality would be like saying they are following something different, but also for the society who was not part of a religion, part of the normative, they usually were called sects, cults. Okay, the sects and the cults are like lateral things, lateral aspects of a religion that they are not approved by the entire society. And also they used to call them pagans. Okay, the pagans are the ones that follow other traditions that are not accepted by the rest. So because they have other different ways of seeing things. As a summary, the world see the spiritual people as those who are not following the rules. So they are like these weird people. Or but from our point of view, from the spiritual people, even though we want to go outside from that normality, we still keep having the ideas, the essence of the religion. To understand from where all this comes from, let's go again to understand what it means to be spiritual. Spirituality means the quality or the ability to breathe. That's what it means. So, who is a spiritual person? The one that has the ability to breathe harmonically, not being in a rush, breathing in, breathing out, calm, never stressed, being in the center. And the person that is breathing properly is because it doesn't have nothing to hide. It faces its darkness. So it can breathe properly, free, because whatever that person thinks, feels, and do is coherent. So spirituality is the ability to breathe in calm. So usually we have this mistake with the concept of spirituality. Spirituality is not to connect with beings in other dimensions, to connect with spirits, to I don't know, to study about many philosophies and do activations or meditations. That's not spirituality. Spirituality is easy. Spirituality is to know how to breathe and to stay calm in oneself. So the spirituality is not related to a dogma, not related to a religion, not related to any kind of tradition or philosophy. Spirituality is about to live calm, coherent, and quiet in harmony. So, of course, that now when we say that spirituality is about breathing and being calm, it's completely different and complicated from how it started for us in humanity. Because, as I always explain, humans were coming from the mammals that were trying to survive. We have evolved through thousands of years in this planet trying to survive in the middle of a hostile environment. Because of this, we have been trying to look for ways to survive. So, like, for example, taking care of the herd and protecting the others. So as many together, the clan, the group together, so much more chances to survive. So to be all tied up and connected, all once and again, in Latin you may say religare, which is the origin of religion. Religion means to be all tied up, to be all together, so we can take care one another. Through thousands of years, the religions were used as a way to survive. They were created by the cultures, the philosophies, the ideas, the morals of the different humans, and they created this religion to tie all of them in order to protect the population, the clan, so they would ensure the safety of each one of the individuals. Most of the people that were trying to protect themselves, to try to survive in these groups, they used the religion as a way to keep all the population safe and secure. Okay, so the religion was kind of something that gave security to the people, so they could know where to go, where to what was the destiny, so they felt safe. Inside the religions, there is also spirituality. Okay, the spirituality is when inside of this safety, you start to find yourself in balance, connected to the divine, and you find the calm. So the religion, as you see now, was not something bad for humanity. The religions were something really useful because the people need religions in order to not to get lost, so they could keep going, keep moving, and not being confused by all the different things and attacked by all the different things that are outside. So the religions were really useful for the people that needed safety in the path. We can relate today the religion with the GPS. So when you put a GPS, you put a destiny, and there's a voice that shows you the path and says, turn left, now turn right, keep going 3 kilometers, your destination is ahead 15 minutes, in 50 minutes, I don't know. So you have this kind of GPS, and instead of going lost through the mountains, going around, not knowing where you go, you just have this path to follow, and that's perfect. So that would be like the comparison of a religion. So there is a moment when I start to realize that the destiny is not such important as I thought. I start to feel more safe within myself. So you start to you start to say, maybe I can see something different, to find different paths, enjoy the view, and so on. So in that moment, the GPS starts to bother a little bit. So of course that when you start to go into different path and figure different ways of your life, trying to enjoy the view and so on, for sure you have noticed that when you put your GPS and you decide to take another path from the original one, the GPS is constantly trying to bring you back to the same direction, to the main path that it was saying to you. So suddenly you are doing another road with a different view, but the GPS is trying to take you back. So what happened is that you start to feel free to seek for another things, to expand your path, your route, but there is something inside that brings you to the same cultures, the same traditions, religion, and this is the moment when you start to picture that spirituality is related with archangels and beings and spirits and so on. But it's not. Because basically, when you go into the mountains, traveling, opening yourself to different things, and I don't know, going to the Nordic tradition to see the runes and all this, and suddenly the GPS is saying to you, the Archangel Michael, the Archangel Lucifer, and so on. So we start to go through this new path, but still believing or having these concepts of archangels or beings from other religions. From other religions. So there's nothing wrong with having a path of a religion and keeping the traditions of a religion in the spirituality. There's nothing wrong with this. Okay, so basically, because the religion that maybe your inner GPS is following is because that was a tradition that all your family and all the culture were working with. Okay, and when you open yourself to go into a different path, the having that GPS of religion inside helps you to not to get lost, even if you decide to play and to see what is about. Okay, what is about around. So so it's okay. There's no problem with that. Okay, it's just a different way and feeling secure at the same time. Of course, that there are people that say I don't want nothing with religion, so they turn off the GPS and they get lost a few days in the mountains. So now, what we have to acknowledge about this is that spirituality is like an ocean. Spirituality is like a huge ocean, and religions are like fishes inside the ocean. So when we become spiritual beings, we start to understand that religions are only ways, tools to know how to swim in that ocean. So that's why we have so many fishes. Each one of the fishes are designed to use the ocean, to swim in the ocean, to dive in the ocean in different ways. Imagine huge oceans like we have with only one species of fishes. It's horrible. We need many in order to understand the beauty of this. So imagine that the conflict that we have is believing that there is only one fish that is the best on swimming. And no, there's no one best. Each one has evolved to take benefit of the waves, of the currents in its own way. So the religions are not the ones that allow the spirituality. It's the opposite. The spirituality used the religions as tools. The religions, as I said, they are only tools that shows you how to arrive to one spot, to one destiny. But there are many paths, many ways to reach that destiny. So you are free to choose which path you take. Nobody can force you to choose one path. It's impossible. In history, we have been forced to be under religions, but it doesn't mean that we can accept them. We can be forced to be in a religion, but it doesn't mean that we accept it within. So if you accept that religion by being forced, it's because you allowed it. Nobody obligated you. It's your own decision. So to take a path is your own decision. Nobody can force you to that. Every path, every religion goes exactly to the same spot, which is love and unity. All of them. They go exactly to the same spot in different ways, but they go to that. So it doesn't matter which one you take. So another way of seeing it is that when you become spiritual, you understand that the only important thing is that you are coherent with what you think, what you feel, and what you do. That's the most important thing. The rest, the philosophy you take, the religion, the dogma you take, is like the clothes. So for example, I am Matias, and I will change my clothes. Sometimes I will wear black, other times wearing white. I don't care. I change the colors, but I will be always Matias changing clothes. The difference is when you allow the mode, okay, the fashion, when you allow the fashion to determine your personality. But if you know who you are, you can use whatever you want, and fashion will never determine who you are. So this is why you can go, me myself, I can go to a mosque, to a church, to a synagogue. I don't care. To a shamanic ceremony, I will do as it is supposed to do, as the people are doing and feeling, and I will do the same. I will feel the same, because it's spirituality. Those are just ways of the spirituality. When you realize that you are the ocean, I am the ocean, you don't really judge the fishes on the ocean. Spirituality is not about to believe, spirituality is about to be. And sometimes we start to fight so much against the dogmas and religions that we start to become one. So remember, it doesn't matter in what you believe. The real important thing is that you to be coherent with what you believe. Okay? Let's go to the alignment. The vibration for today is Pu. The statement for today is I am the will that teaches. The code for today is Aries. In our terrestrial sky, the I am manifests in the constellation of Aries. It was named like that for in the period of time where its position with more presence was the time of the ram sacrifices in the Middle East, for it was named honoring the sacrificed, asking for a good harvest. It is the beginner, the potency, the spark of fire, the first house of the sky that is based on oneself and is supplying the basic necessities on the physical body. Sit comfortable. Close your eyes and concentrate in your breathing. I take a deep breath, feeling how through each inhalation my body expands a bit more. I feel the energy moving around my body, going through every part of it. The heat and the cold waves of energy that moves through. I take a deep breath, recognizing this energy as my emotions, and I perceive all these emotions inside my body, in each part of it, and as I breathe, they expanding my body and dissolving it to the infinite, like drops of water, filling up an entire ocean. I take a deep breath and perceive in this ocean the dogmas, the religions, the beliefs and philosophies that I know that had affected my life somehow, and those that I observed from far away. I perceive my emotions towards them. I perceive the emotions I have on watching every path that I know towards the unity, towards God. And I see with my imagination how all these paths head to the exact same point, the unity. Each one of these paths is a mastery, a teaching that leads me to the only one divine, the I Am. I recognize that all my beliefs are useful for me, that the beliefs of others are their own tools. I see how all these paths are all of them the spirituality, and I inspire. And from me I resound, connecting all the paths as one. Breathe. I feel the calm in between what I think, feel, and do. I am the will that teaches. I am the will that teaches. I am the will that teaches. I believe because I am. Take a deep breath, and I bring this consciousness to each part of the body, caressing it and stretching it. And each one at its own time come back here and now. Thank you everybody for being here as always. And remember that tomorrow at 5 a.m. we will be in the three pyramids connecting with 144. See you tomorrow, as always, at the same time.